Welcome to our community. Susie Thomas here with you this morning. We are visiting with Corey Easterday from Current Initiatives. Good morning.
Good morning, Susie. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for being here. Current Initiatives, very interesting ministry that you're involved with. And what is your position with it, and kind of help us understand more what it is about?
Sure. So I got connected with Current Initiatives 6 years ago now, which is crazy to believe. It's been that long.
Wow.
Yeah. I am the director of the Ohio branch of Current Initiatives, and Current Initiatives is a larger nonprofit that is headquartered in Tampa, Florida, and we do several different things here in Ohio and all together throughout the country. We do lots of different initiatives. So
I'm very interested because you were always very involved with something that we called Laundry Love, where you were helping people who were homeless or needed help just to have some clean clothes.
Right.
And that was an awesome initiative, if I can borrow that word, to be able to contact people, be available to people, and let people know when they'd be able to wash their clothes. And I can remember doing quarter drives and all those kinds of things where different organizations would donate quarters to kind of help with the cleaning of these clothes. How did you then, with that project, connect with this organization in Florida with the same vision? Yeah,
it's a really cool story. I started... To what you mentioned, we started doing the laundry project, or some version of it rather, when I was in college. I want to say about 2010. It was a crazy time in life for me personally. My family had just experienced a time of homelessness. I would eventually, a few months after getting connected with the laundry project, lose my dad. He would pass away very suddenly. So it was a very mixed up time in my life. And getting connected with the laundry project and Current Initiatives was a huge beacon of hope for me personally. And it all started really with thinking back on a service project my youth group had done when I was in high school, where we went around to laundromats and gave out baggies of quarters, and we would say, "Hey, Jesus loves you, no strings attached." And I remember thinking, what a cool idea, but there's got to be a way to kind of dive deeper into that and really connect with people beyond that. And so I started collecting quarters at Malone University, where I went to college, and we would go out in cars with friends. We'd go to laundromats, hand out quarters, but it just felt ineffective. And so a friend sent me a link to an article in the St. Pete Times down in Florida about this group, Current Initiatives, and the laundry project. And they were doing it, and it was well organized, and it seemed to be impacting the community in really awesome and effective ways that were really resounding. So I just reached out to them and said, "Hey, I'm trying to do something similar. You seem to be doing it a lot better. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Can you help me out?" And it began a great relationship.
I think it's so interesting and admirable when your family's going through a rough time that your knee-jerk is to help somebody else. Right at a time when most people start to look around, well, where can we find some help? Your knee-jerk was to, how do I use this to inspire me to help somebody else and pull me out of this? Can you touch on that and the hope that you got from that?
Yeah, that's interesting you say that. I've never thought of it like that because it felt like such a no-brainer to me. And I think that's because I had so many people in my life, and still do, showing me grace, showing me love, showing me hope in the midst of traumatic circumstances that I was experiencing, whether it was stuff my family was going through, whether at times it was even self-inflicted hard circumstances, because we all make mistakes, and people loving me through that, seeing me through those mistakes. And I always felt that even though my nuclear family system felt chaotic and broken, and like there was so much room for improvement growing up, that I had a spiritual family that was put in my life that filled in all the gaps and provided such a strong foundation for me going forward. And I really believe it was because of that my first inclination was to help other people, because I had so many people helping me and providing that foundation of love and support. And I realized that is what I most want to give away to someone else, is a foundation of love and support and a belief in them when everything in life may be working against that.
Can't imagine the reaction of the folks in Florida when they hear from you saying, "Oh my goodness, look at this. Here's a college kid doing this on his own." Talk about how they responded to your reaching out.
Yeah, Jason Sowell, he's the founder of Current Initiatives. He's the one I reached out to and who connected with me. And almost instantly, he became a mentor for me. He became one of those people that provided a foundation of love and support and still does to this day. And the belief he's shown in me over the last 5 or 6 years of working together is incredible, because as I get older and as I learn what it's like more to be on his side of the relationship, to be in his shoes of people coming to you and wanting your leadership and your guidance and your wisdom, I realize he had an incredible amount of patience with me and allowing me to learn lessons and make mistakes and fail forward and go through that. And it's been such an encouragement. He's been one of the people in my life that has helped me to realize that's what I want to do for other people, is empower them and say, I believe in you. You have gifts and talents and skills, and it may be raw, you may be rough around the edges, whatever, but how can we mold that and shape that so that it can benefit other people? And that my personal experience with that and people like Jason doing that for me bleeds into so much of what we do with Current Initiatives here in Ohio, because when I look at people, I don't see, those poor, downtrodden people. I see these are human beings created in the image of God. Yes. That have been put on this earth for a purpose, and I need to do everything in my power to treat them with dignity and respect and to create a space where they feel safe and are able to live out their purpose.
I'm going to guess that Jason had a Jason in his life that served that same mentorship purpose. He passed it forward to you. You will pass it forward on. Isn't that a beautiful domino effect?
It is. And I just think that's how the kingdom of heaven works and has always worked, and that's how it should be.
So you only have to work twice a year. You've got Affordable Christmas and the Laundry Project. So, yeah?
No, I wish it were that. No.
But let's talk about what's coming up. Affordable Christmas coming up December 10th at the Martin Center. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, lots to cover with Affordable Christmas, but the main thing about Affordable Christmas, the heart of why we do it, is, again, pointing back to that sense of dignity and empowerment we want to encourage in people, the families we work with. The way Affordable Christmas works is we have families referred to us from partner organizations in Stark County that work with families year-round. The families will come and shop through a store that we set up at the Martin Center filled with brand-new gifts that are roughly 1/10 of their retail costs. So families get to come and shop for things like bikes and tablets and gifts that they truly might not be able to afford otherwise. And because we work with these organizations, we're able to, find ways to collaborate and make sure that every family that walks into Affordable Christmas, again, is walking into a positive community space where they know that they're loved and cared for, and get to walk away with a sense that they are the hero for their kids. We want parents to be the hero for their kids and not kind of take that place. So we want to empower them to do that.
How are you going about making sure the right people get there? Because you've got the people who this is designed for, and you've got bargain shoppers. So how do you draw the line and make sure those shopping are the ones that this is really for?
To be honest, I've never really thought about that too much.
First thing I thought of was 1/10, I'm there. But that's not who it's for. And
right.
I understand that.
Well, and the way we do that is through valuing partnerships in the community. With everything our organization does, we highly value working with other community organizations that care about and work with families, because our ultimate goal is to best serve the family. And we don't want to just try and do that on our own. So to really answer your question, it's by working with the right partners, So some of the partner organizations we have referring families this year are Third Street Community Church and the Martin Center, both those entities down there in Southeast Canton, Radial Church, First Christian Church, First Friends Church, Fish Food Pantry. We have the Stark County Family Engagement Council that represents social workers in schools all over Stark County referring families. So, I mean, and we just want to pick the right organizations to work with because they know their families well, and we lean on them of who to come shop. So,
everybody you're recommending that you're working with, oh my goodness, yeah, they really do it. They are boots on the ground in the trenches, working with folks on a daily basis.
Sure, and my thing has always been, I think we get too overly focused on trying to change the world, and we get overwhelmed with all the problems that exist and how complicated they are, and there's there's a million different solutions out there and ways that we want to try and help people. And my thing has always been, let's pick what we can do and do it really well, and support other organizations so that it is a holistic thing for the families. So if we can do Affordable Christmas and we can do this one thing and do it really well, that's why we want to work with other organizations, because it is once a year. So we know our limitations in the families we're working with. And that's why we want to just be coming alongside these boots on the ground organizations.
It's an enormous amount of work, Corey. I know as you're getting ready, you're doing the same thing that all the stores around us are getting ready for as well. You've got to guess how many shoppers you're going to have and what kinds of items you're going to have on your shelves. So I'm guessing you need people to make donations for brand new, or do you want monetary donations and folks will go shopping? How's this going to work?
So the vision for Affordable Christmas is this year to raise $10,000 at least, so that way the quality of items the families are able to come in and shop through and find are the best they've ever been. We want gifts that are game changers for the family, things like bikes that also serve as transportation and a great gift on Christmas. So we're looking for those multifaceted gifts that... Computers, tablets, those types of things, absolutely, that are going to be awesome for kids, but also, like I said, just a game changer for the family. So the way we're doing that and the way people can get involved with that specifically, the best thing to do is visit christmasbycurrent.org, current, C-U-R-R-E-N-T, christmasbycurrent.org. And there you can find ways to volunteer, ways to donate, more information on the event, all that kind of stuff. But we are looking for brand new, unused gifts. We want our families to have the best quality available. We are accepting monetary donations. Again, that $10,000 fundraising goal is huge for us this year. And really just volunteering time. There's so many ways to get involved with maybe shopping, help setting up the store, being there as a personal shopper for families, all that kind of stuff. Gift wrapping. I can't wrap gifts. I need other people to do that or it would be a mess. So all sorts of ways to get involved.
So you will have gift wrapping there as well?
We will. If I can paint a brief picture for you.
I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, so you walk in as a family, and at every point of the way, we have an amazing group of volunteers working with the family. So from registration all the way through the end of their shopping experience, we want the families to have a great experience. Families walk in, they sign in, and immediately we get them assigned with a personal shopper who has an index card where they're going to write all sorts of notes about the family. So how many kids they have, what their ages are, gender, all that kind of stuff. And they're going to help the families walk through our store that we set up at the Martin Center and pick out the best gifts possible for their kids. And then families check out. We have gift wrapping. We have cookies, punch, all sorts of stuff. We have childcare. You know, we just try, again, to create as much of a great community environment for the families as possible. So we're with them every step of the way, helping them to have a great time.
Let me throw in one other little monkey wrench. Is there an area where the children can do their shopping for their moms and dads?
No, I've actually never thought of that, but you may have just added another aspect to Affordable Christmas.
Let's add that room. Yeah. Okay, we'll find a room at the Martin Center.
Sure.
Wouldn't that be fun? Where they can just put in like pennies or something.
It
and
makes
buy
me think of
going
through the bookmobile as a kid and trying to pick out a gift or something.
Yes, that'd be kind of fun. All right, well, we'll see if we can add that.
Sure.
Okay, didn't mean to actually throw you a monkey wrench.
No.
All right, December 10th at the Martin Center. I can't imagine how much is involved in setting this up. So how do we volunteer? Because you need tons and tons of volunteers, right, to come down there and set up the different rooms as the different, like you have clothing, you have toys, you have different things going on. How do people volunteer? Is there a little bit of training involved? Because you're opening a store, basically.
It's true. There is a lot of work, and we could not do it without our dedicated volunteers or our awesome partners. Just want to throw in a few of our partners that work closely with us real quick. A lot of all the organizations I mentioned that are referring families are also helping to sponsor and donate and bring volunteers. But we also have businesses locally like 4 Kids Coffee, Deli, Ohio, Chuck E. Cheese, so many other, River Tree Christian Church, just Lighthouse Ministries is involved, just so many different different people that really pull this together. Hendrickson is a huge partner.
Yes.
Yeah, they do great stuff. So the volunteer opportunities are almost endless, if you will. But the best thing to do, and what I would recommend for everyone, is visit christmasbycurrent.org, click on the Canton, Ohio event, and there's a form where it says volunteer that you can click on and fill that out. That comes right to us, and we can put you in the best spot available for volunteering. But we do a shopping day, we do a volunteer training leading up to the event. We certainly set up the store, price the gifts, do the store itself, clean up. So best thing to do is for folks to kind of go online, fill out that form, and we'll set them up in the right spot.
And how much fun are we all going to have? Saturday, December 10th at the Martin Center. Do you have the address off the top of your head there?
I actually don't. Well,
it's on 3rd Street Southeast.
Yeah, I don't have the address off the top of my head,
I
unfortunately.
don't either.
But
3rd Street Southeast, you can look that up too. As well.
Actually, I do. Sorry, it's 1253 3rd Street Southeast.
There we go. All right. And we're going to need to take a break. We're with Corey Easterday from Current Initiatives, getting all ready for Affordable Christmas. You're listening to Our Community.